Hi guys, if you're new here, my name is Tega Abiri. I'm 20 years old and I am documenting my journey to financial freedom, living a productive life, basically. So in today's video, as title suggests, I'm going to be sharing the startup idea that I have and how exactly I plan to go about it. So the name of my startup is Apex Pathways, and it's basically an educational company for universities. All right. So basically, um, it's like Udemy for school, right? So I have a platform, there's going to be a platform where instructors can come on, create courses, university courses, math courses, medical courses, social management courses, and all the rest, basically, depending on the qualifications, right? And they're going to create courses, they're going to put it on the platform, and then I would handle the whole marketing and all the rest, basically. So it's like Udemy but for university students. So just to help students earn money, all right, and then help those who are going to be getting the courses have access to quality content, right? Your lecturer is not teaching properly, or you don't understand the course. At least if you're learning from someone who has done it before, especially someone that is young, someone that is a student as well, then it would make it so much easier for you to grasp, understand. And imagine it having a whole worth of content, even before the semester starts, right? So that's the whole idea behind Apex Pathways. The name of the company was actually Apex Academy before, right? But then when I decided to go into the nitty gritty, want to register the company, want to get a domain, I saw that Apex was gone. I saw that Apex Academy was gone. So I had to look for something else. So I thought of Apex Pathways, and that's that. So we're currently at the ideation stage, right? I haven't launched it yet. It's just something that I have thought of. I've been thinking about it for a while, trying to get things together, trying to look at the pros, the cons, and all the rest. But then I think it's something that is almost ready to launch, right? Hopefully in the next month or so, right? For now, it's just going to be for my university. It's just going to be for Bowen students, basically. So Bowen instructors, and then courses that are offered in Bowen University for now. I just want to do that, test it, see if it works out, see what the issues were, try and solve the issues internally because it's my school, so it's easier for me to fail. Why is that? It's easier for me to fail, basically, right? Than having it, university wide, like nationwide. Oh, wherever university you are, I'm not ready for that yet, right? So hopefully, depending on how fast we can scale, we most likely would go into some other universities in Nigeria. But for now, it's just going to go in students. So my plan to get instructors is basically to send a broadcast message on WhatsApp to all my friends, all the people that I have as contact in Bowen University, send to the groups that I know that I'm Bowen, right? And just tell them, okay, you can earn if you create courses, right? A number of people, I think, already know about my idea because I pitched the idea in school for a pitching competition. I think 3 pitching competitions or 2, something like that, basically, right? So I pitched the idea, and a number of people know what it's about. There's a pitch competition that happens in my school every single year, right? And I decided when I found out that it was happening again, I thought, should I go for it? The only thing is, I didn't want to go for the pitching competition and not implement the idea that I was pitching, right? Because the idea is just to share your idea, and then if the judges like it, yada yada yada, you get paid, right? I think it was 150k. I think it was 50k. Yeah. So but I'm not that kind of person, right? 50k is a decent amount of money, to be fair. But whatever idea I was going to pitch, I needed to actually implement. So I was thinking, right? I was just praying one day, and then it came to me like everything came to me, right? What exactly the business is going to be about, where it should start. I think the name of the company as well came at that time, and everything. And I just knew it was right, basically. And I pitched, told my friends about it, just like 2 or 3 people about it, and they liked the idea, right? Asked some questions, answered their questions and everything. So I then started to develop the plan because the pitching competition was coming, right? So I pitched, okay, I think it was 3 places I pitched it. So I pitched it firstly, I didn't win that pitch competition, I got second. I pitched it again in another competition, I got first. And then I pitched it in the third one and I got first, right? I think altogether I made about 150,000 just from pitching in these three different places, basically, right? So it was a good start for me. Okay, I think the idea is validated. A lot of people are saying they like it. In fact, some people came to me after the pitch competition and said, oh, they can't wait for me to start, that they want to start creating courses for the platform, right? So I think I've passed the validation stage, right? I know that a number of people are waiting for this, and a number of people like something like this, basically. So I'm going to send the broadcast message, but there are a number of things that need to go into it before I send the broadcast message asking for instructors, right? But I will tell you all of that later. We are going grocery shopping, my mommy, right? And they're waiting for me. So I'll come back in a bit. Ciao. So today is another day. I wasn't able to complete it on Friday. We went to the supermarket. I got back and I was tired, so I said I was going to do it some other days. All right, so now I'm going to do a couple of things. I need to create a broadcast list that I'm going to send. That one shouldn't take time at all. Then I need to draft a message when they join the group. So there's going to be a group that all the instructors will be, and that's where I will just pass on messages and everything, right? So I'll just send the flyer for the Apex Pathways, instructors, calling on instructors, we need you, this is what we have to offer, and all these things. I'll put the flyer up on the screen somewhere, right? So they will join the group, and then there will be a message that they would need to send. The thing is, for you to become an instructor on Apex Pathways, you need to go through certain, you need to meet certain criteria, basically, right? So of course you need to be knowledgeable in that course. So based on my school's grading system, A, B, C, D's, yada yada yada, you should not have gotten lower than a B in the course that you want to create. Just to prove that you're knowledgeable in that course, you must be a student of one university, and the way that will prove that is by your ID card. So there would need to be a form where instructors would have to fill. They'll put in their name, their ID card, then a screenshot of their transcript of that particular course that they want to create, right? So I'm going to create that form now, come up with the questions, think of like a general introduction to the group, right? Then start to tell them exactly what it's about, tell them the intricacies of how everything is going to be. Platform isn't created. I've not built the platform. I'm going to use WordPress first to build the platform, just so it wouldn't take time. Then in the coming months, I would get some developers to help me with that and build a web application, and then maybe in the long run we'll have an app. But the goal for now is just to get it up and running, hopefully before we resume school in October. So I have about like 20 something days to do that, and I will just keep you guys updated on that and tell them the intricacies that okay, you guys will get 70% of the earnings from each course that you sell, and then us Apex Pathways will get 30%, basically, right? And of course they don't have to handle, of course they can market it on their status. You guys made a course on this platform and all these type of things, right? But generally they would not really have to do so much marketing, because my team and I plan to do that once we get to school, and I don't want to bore you guys with details right now, so we'll talk about that some other time. So right now I need to do all the things that I said I was going to do, and then send the broadcast, and hopefully I don't know how many people I'm expecting to see, genuinely, because creating a course is not something that you can do quite easily, because it's a full semester's course, right? It's a full semester's course, so you have to take some time, maybe a week, 2 weeks to do that. But hopefully if I can get 20 to or about 30 to 50 people creating the course, I would be really elated. I think that would be a good start, especially if there are major courses from major departments and everything. But yeah, that's that. So let's get to work. So I'm done with that. I have finished preparing the form. I have created the broadcast list. I've created the message that I'm going to send to them. I forgot the welcome message. I'll do that right after this. So let's just talk about some of the expenses that I have incurred. and the ones that I potentially will incur later on in the future while launching the company. All right. So the first is, I obviously I had to get a logo. I did not want to use Canva or go and use a logo maker. I wanted to pay someone for it because I wanted it to be professional. Right. So I paid someone for that. That was 10,000 naira. They did a really good job. I would put the logo here, and I would link their contact in the description. I think they're Quartet Creative, something like that. They're really good, really, really, really good. Then someone else designed my flyer. Um, I would link her number, you know, in the description. You can use it as well if you like the flyer. The flyer was 2,000, but if you wanted to use her services, it might be more than that. Then the next is the registration of the company. I don't know if I mentioned how much it was before, but it was 80, or it is 80,000, at least at the point of making this video. I would also link his contacts below. Right, by the time you're watching this video, I would have already registered the company. I haven't registered it now. It's just because I forgot. I'm going to do that right away. So by the time you're watching this, I would have been done with that. So we're already getting close to the 100k mark, but I don't really mind because there's not so much after this that I need to really invest in. Maybe personnel, people that are going to be helping me depending on the difficulty level of the tasks that are at hand, right? But other than that's futuristic, right? I'm going to do as many things I can do by myself till I can outsource certain things, right? At least till I get a general overview of how much the company is going to be making every month. So that's really all, because since it's in Bowen, I'm not going to spend so much. I'm going to spend some money on advertising, some WhatsApp TVs here and there, right? But on generally not really, right? I would meet the management when I get to school, and that's one of the reasons why I want to register the company. So it's solid stuff, yeah, and just ask if I can advertise in bigger spaces and all the rest. So I'm not really bothered about how much I'm spending currently. But yeah, I think that's about everything. So I will post it and probably keep you guys updated on how many people joined the group, at least before I round off the video, and then we'll see if there's another part to this. So some of the future plans, the things that I plan to work on in the coming weeks is majorly the launch, which I want to be in October, because like I mentioned before, that one we're resuming school. I think it's going to be of great benefit basically to the company if we can launch in October, right? So that's the first thing that's the driving force for every other plan that we have. Then to basically help the instructors create courses, because some of them, in fact most of them I suppose, they probably be their first time of creating courses ever, right? But I've been doing this for a while. That's creating courses, not Apex. Creating courses for about a year and a half, 2 years. So I have a bit of knowledge on that, and some expertise basically. So I can tell them the tools they would need and all these type of things basically. So I would help them create the courses, and hopefully we can do majority of the courses before October, like I mentioned. I remember I said that I wanted about 30 to 40 people on the group, or 30 to 50, and I'd be glad. Let me check how many people there are now on the WhatsApp group. Okay, currently there are 62 people on the WhatsApp group, right? I am excited about that. I know it's obviously not the whole 62 people that are going to make courses, right? Some of them would not qualify. Some of them might have even joined by mistake. Some of them might reconsider, when they realize how much work they're going to have to put in upfront. Because upfront there is a lot of work, and then subsequently for the instructors, the course load is not really that much. The workload rather is not really that much. So they might leave. So if I have from this 6 something people, 40 dedicated people, in fact even 30 dedicated people, I would be really glad. Like I would be so glad, so glad. I would consider that a success basically. So these are the things that I want to do, and then the next major thing is to work on the website, work on the platform, right? Work on the platform. Hopefully that one shouldn't take time. Like I said, everything has the deadline of October, first week in October, every single thing that I'm talking about. But for the website, I would like to finish it maybe in the third week in September or the fourth week in September, just so the instructors can test it out. Because they're going to create the courses and they're just going to have the videos stored up somewhere, say a Google Drive or their laptops. They will just have it stored basically till the platform is ready. And once that happens, they will need to upload. So, I would like them to test it as instructors, and then test it as people that are actually going to be using it. Just so I know what things I need to work on. I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I'm going to be using WordPress to build this, just so it can be very fast, right? Ideally, or later on in the coming months, hopefully, I would switch to building it from ground up, with actual code, basically. So that's what I'm looking at for now. So these are the three things that I currently have planned out. They are more short-term future plans. All right, I do have longer-term future plans, and I'll talk about that in some other video. So it's to basically create the platform before the third week in September or fourth week in September. It's to help the instructors create videos, filter out the people that are going to be working with the company, right? Because like I mentioned prior, everyone that's creating a particular course must not get lower than, or must not have gotten lower than a B in that particular course for them to be qualified to create it, and then finally to launch in October. So I'm really excited about the journey, really excited about Apex, right? I would be creating more videos on this particular thing just to keep you guys updated, and it's also to hold me accountable. And then maybe in a couple months from now, I can look back and see where all of this began, what exactly I was thinking, what exactly I was doing at this point in time. So if you have any suggestions, right, or something that you want to say, or you're in Boring University and you want to be an instructor in Apex, you can just put it in the comment section, and I would reach out to you. So till next time, take care. Bye bye.